Welcome to a very special autumn edition of Newington Triple A Vadio.
It's radio, it's video, it's Vadio!
It's a show that puts the cats amongst the autumn pigeons. It's a show that came, saw and conquered all within its path. It's the show that, rather like a scarecrow, is outstanding in its field.
It's the show that turned them leaves into golden brown, textured like the sun, and sent them flying from the trees.
It's the show that's in distinct danger of never actually starting because the intro's too long.
Point taken.
Cue the music and run VT.
Woohoo! Our autumn programme celebrates all the marvellous things about this most wonderful of seasons. We will celebrate the magic of autumn, learn a bit about autumn celebrations and fill the airwaves with the finest of autumn songs, chosen by our pupils and sung by our fantastic school choir.
What a hoot, said one very verbally concise and wise owl.
Our first song is called Autumn Days and was brought to the autumn table of awesomeness by none other than Miss Berryman of Poetry Corner fame. She was heard to say,
"Here's a song that will amaze about those lovely autumn days, a song of thanks, a song of cheer about this special time of year."
It was written by a lady called Estelle White, whose life was rather amazing, I can tell you. She wrote dozens of hymns, played piano, guitar, clarinet and tenor saxophone, helped in the Second World War, entertained troops in Palestine and Egypt, became a physiotherapist, helping children with cerebral palsy, became a nun, then, fanfare please, became a teacher. The cream of the crop as far as professions go. Phew.
Autumn Days gained further fame or infamy when a few years ago choir mistress Cal Timms and half of her choir quit when the vicar, the Rev Andrew Parsons, asked them to sing the hymn, which included the line about jet planes meeting in the air to be refuelled. The choir thought it was all too modern and not appropriate for church and so walked out.
Cool, who'd have thought? Sing along with us to the congregation splitting Autumn Days.
Say Did you know? In Britain, the time of year known as autumn used to be called harvest. Up until the 17th century, it was also known as the fall, a term still used for autumn in America. Did you know?
Our next harmonious harvest hit is Cauliflower's Fluffy, also known as Paintbox. This is a favourite with our pupils, and to put the icing on the autumnal harvest cake, it is also Mr. Knight's favourite song. If time had allowed, he had probably said something like,
I'm as pleased as a plumped pomegranate that Cauliflower's Fluffy is in our school harvest festival celebration this year. It's my favourite song.
But sadly, our packed programme just didn't allow the time for such pleasantries.
At school, we recently celebrated our very own Harvest Festival. A Harvest Festival is a time when we give thanks to farmers, and different religions give thanks to their God for providing food.
It dates way back when, a long time in British history, to when people relied on crops for food and farmers would give thanks for a good harvest. Lots of our pupils brought food donations into a school, and these were collected by Captain Carl, who works for the Salvation Army.
The Salvation Army is a Christian charity dedicated to supporting and helping people for all ages, backgrounds and needs.
The charity will distribute the food that we collected to people less fortunate than ourselves. These include people who have to sleep rough on the streets each night.
Once again, Newington pupils and parents have pulled together to help others in our community, and we'd like to thank you for sharing your generosity.
You have really helped to make a difference to other people's lives.
Well done, everybody!
You better polish up your school shoes for school news.
Did you know? During the autumn, a squirrel's brain actually gets bigger. It is thought that this is to help them remember where they have stored all of their nuts. Did you know?
Now it's time to get a little bit scary. Time for a touch of the terrifying, a hint of horror. Ha 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 ha.
I think something's wrong with Jimmy's voice. Why are you speaking in such a spooky fashion?
That's because our next feature is all about Halloween and I'm pretending to be a vampire from Transylvania.
Well, thanks for the explanation.
May I say, you really got your teeth into that part.
Well, I think he may have gone a bit back.
Well, maybe we should keep it light and not be so grave about things.
Can we stop making a spectacle of ourselves and get back to the script?
On the 31st of October each year, many people all over the world celebrate Halloween.
But what is Halloween? Where did it come from and why do we celebrate it? And what's all of that apple bobbing business about?
I mean, what's it all about?
Well, the answer to that is a little more complex than you could imagine. Unless your imagination is of such complexity that it includes pagan festivals, Christian festivals, and a heavy dose of mass commercialism. To put it in simple terms, the Halloween tradition owes much to the Celtic festival of when people used to light bonfires and wear scary masks, scary costumes to scare the living daylights out of any ghosts or spirits.
Christians then adapted the pagan festival as one of their own, and October 31st became known as All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints' Day.
All Hallows Eve became Halloween, and by the 19th century, immigrants from Ireland and Scotland brought their Halloween traditions to America, including trick-or-treat.
Trick-or-treat can also be traced back to Celtic times when people used to dress up and travel door to door singing songs to spirits. These Celtic crooners would be rewarded with cakes and treats.
That is mighty interesting. What about the apple bobbing?
Historians are a little shaky on this one, but some claim that it dates back to the days of the Romans.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
We've already done that joke.
Other historians and wise pigeons claim they originates from Scotland and Ireland again, and this pagan tradition was used for predicting the future.
Hey Edith, what are you doing?
I'm apple bobbing to predict what song we are going to sing next.
Wow, how perfectly pagan. And what can you see?
Hard to say. It looks like a Brazilian dance, a samba if you will, a harvest samba, a song originally requested by none other than Miss Pitt and one that everybody enjoys singing.
Have some fun at home and in the classroom and see if you can perform the two-part bit at the end with your friends and family.
However, our autumn show, we stumbled on what can only be described as a bit of treasure, probably better left undisturbed. There, hidden below a bundle of autumn leaves, was a radio special all about Bonfire Night, made way back in 2018. It tells the story of when Guy Fawkes very nearly blew up Parliament. Also includes scenery, cheering performances from Mr. Knight and Mr. Ford, who even speaks in a dialect from a land far away that we think might be Yorkshire.
We hope that you enjoy it, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon for Christmas Spectacular.
It's Christmas!
Until then, have a happy harvest,
a happy Halloween,
and a safe and happy Bonfire Night. Woohoo!
November is a time when we celebrate Bonfire Night. On the 5th of November every year, people all over Britain enjoy lighting bonfires and setting off fireworks. This annual tradition is a way of remembering the events of November the 5th, 1605, when Guy Fawkes very nearly blew up the Houses of Parliament with gunpowder.
But I'm curious to know, who was Guy Fawkes? Why did he do what he did?
And who had the knives out for forks? I've just made a cutlery joke, which is all part of the Silver Service. Anyhow, our new video drama may help us understand more.
I'm Guy Fawkes. I became Catholic when I was 16. Catholics in England were persecuted by King James and we weren't allowed to follow our religious beliefs. This made us very angry, indeed. I became a soldier and learned all about gunpowder. I was approached by a man called Robert Catesby who asked me to help him get rid of King James by blowing up Parliament.
I heard about this bloke, Fawkes, who knew a lot about gunpowder, and I thought, you know what, I could use a bloke like that to help me with a little something to aid the Catholic cause. I was the brains behind the gunpowder plot. Not that history remembers me. No one burns a Robert on Bonfire Night. Nobody says, ooh, you're one of the cool Roberts. Or, oh, he's one of the good Roberts. Oh no, it's Guy, Guy and Guy. It's all you hear these days. But there you go, I suppose.
But as the group worked on the plot, it became clear that innocent people would be hurt. Some of the plotters started having second thoughts. One of the group members even sent an anonymous letter warning his friend, who was Lord of the Houses of Parliament, to stay away from the buildings on November the 5th. This warning letter reached the king, and after several searches, the king's men discovered Guy Fawkes and the gunpowder.
It's a fair cop. I've been rumbled. I had enough gunpowder to blow up buildings within a mile of the Houses of Parliament, and I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for those meddling guards and that anonymous letter. Catesby may have been the brains, but it was I who smuggled 36 barrels of gunpowder into a cellar below Parliament. It was I who guarded the gunpowder, and it was I who was going to light the fuse. Unfortunately, it was also I that got caught.
Guy Fawkes was brought before King James and later killed for treason.
Although he was never put on a fire, people remember Guy Fawkes each year by making figures of him and burning these on bonfires.
This radio show is sure to a fiery start.
It's been an explosion of fun.
Hold on a minute, rein it in for 60 secs, slam down the brakes for a 60th of an hour.
It's all very well being a firework fun star, but you need to remember that fireworks and fire can be very dangerous.
With this in mind, we have devised a few rules to keep you safe on Bonfire Night.
We've put our ideas into a list
for you to recall in the autumn mist.
A practical list for you to admire
to keep you safe from fireworks and fire. Roll the clip!
Don't let off fireworks near animals or pets. Animals' ears are much more sensitive than ours, and they can get easily frightened. Keep pets indoors.
Only let an adult light the fireworks or bonfire. Point the fireworks away from your house and stand well back.
Never ever ever point the fireworks at people, and you must never ever ever throw them.
Never return to a lit firework that has not gone off. It could explode at any moment.
Enjoy sparklers safely by wearing gloves and holding them at arm's length. When a sparkler goes out, put it straight into a bucket of water.
And finally, have a great safe time. Hooray!
My autumn almanac. Yes, 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 it's my autumn almanac. I like my football on a Saturday, roast beef on Sundays. Alright, I go to Blackpool.